The most personal is the most creative. This quotation, recited by Bong Joon-ho on the stage of the 92nd Academy Awards after winning Best Director, got a standing ovation. But not for Bong Joon-ho himself, but for a man called Martin Scorsese, a man who didn't even win anything that night. This incident represents the definition of a true filmmaker. He may not win awards, but he will win hearts. Let's take a look on his life story and see how he got this honor. And early life. Martin Scorsese was born on November 17, 1942, to Charles and Catherine Scorsese. Ever since childhood, Scorsese showed interest in film. Some of his childhood favorites being The Red Shoes, 2001: A Space Odyssey, Citizen Kane, The Leopard, Vertigo, The Searchers, Federico Fellini's 8½, and Patappanchali by Satyajit Ray. Career. Scorsese had initially desired to become a priest but failed after the first year. This gave way to cinema, and consequently Scorsese enrolled in NYU's Washington Square College. After making many short films including The Big Shave, while in Tisch, Scorsese made his first feature-length film, the black and white I Called First, in 1967, which was later retitled to Who's That Knocking at My Door? And thus his career was defined as a filmmaker. Scorsese became friends with the influential movie brats of the 1970s, including Brian De Palma, Francis Ford Coppola, George Lucas, and Steven Spielberg. Influential Scorsese's movies were going to become. After being introduced to Robert De Niro through Brian De Palma, Scorsese's career took off with the success of Mean Streets, a film that made Scorsese's expertise in the mob genre quite apparent. Scorsese's sales flew high, with classics such as Taxi Driver, Raging Bull, Goodfellas, Casino, and also many underappreciated films at the time, which later on garnered acclaim. New York, After Hours, and King of Comedy are such examples. Later years. Apart from his collaboration with Robert De Niro 10 times, Scorsese has also been known to collaborate with Leonardo DiCaprio in his later years of filmmaking. Starting with Gangs of New York in 2002, they have made 5 films together, one of which, 2006's The Departed, led to Scorsese winning his first and only Oscar for Best Director in 2007. Avoiding the Oscar curse, Scorsese continued to make the most meticulously crafted masterpieces of our times and never once got held back in work. His latest works include Shutter Island, The Wolf of Wall Street, and Silence. The release of The Irishman proved that this artist still has more fuel in him, and his upcoming film, Killers of the Flower Moon, is highly anticipated. Finally, we come to his influence. Scorsese's craft has influenced many artists: Quentin Tarantino, Wes Anderson, Sam Mendes, and of course, Bong Joon-ho. The magical words said by Bong made everyone realize how big of a gem he truly is. He never got greedy for money. He helped the Criterion Collection in preserving more than 1,500 films that would have otherwise been lost forever. His style of filmmaking will be truly timeless. His transition from the musical source on screen to the formal recording on the soundtrack, especially his contribution to the mob genre, his use of violence, dark humor, and racial slurs, all of these techniques will be used and remembered forever.